Asante sana Bwana Kariuki Ngari, CEO of the Standard Chartered Bank and East Africa, pamoja na management yote ya Standard Chartered Bank for this absolutely amazing event. Let me recognize Lieutenant General Retired Jackson Tuwei, who is the President of Athletics Kenya, our national body that is responsible for everything athletics. I also want to acknowledge the leaders who have taken time to come to support this marathon, to run, and to be part of this amazing day. I want to recognize Senator Aaron Cheruyot, the Senator for Kericho, the UDA Senator for Kericho, who has run and completed the 10-kilometer race. Thank you, Senator. I also want to recognize our Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, General Robert Kibochi, who also successfully completed the 10-kilometer race. Pongezi sana, General. I recognize too the Honorable Reni Mayaka, the nominated member of the Kenya National Assembly, nominated by the ODM party. I recognize you, Mheshimiwa. Asante sana for coming to support this amazing event, and all other leaders and distinguished guests here. Now, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and a warm welcome to you all to this year's Standard Chartered Marathon. The 19th in this series should actually have been the 20th, but for the COVID-19 interruption. It is inspiring to see the large turnout, which is testimony of the passion that Kenyans have for running and indeed for the Standard Chartered Marathon. I am informed by the CEO that this year's marathon has attracted no less than 20,000 registered participants. 20,000. And that is only the registered participants. But you know, we also have those who just come to run, registered or not. To all these participants, we are grateful for your commitment, which I'm sure will inspire more Kenyans to live a sporty and active lifestyle. I would like to acknowledge and thank the Standard Chartered Bank for its commitment to develop sports in Kenya through this marathon. I also thank all the stakeholders and volunteers who have made this marathon possible today. Over the years, the Standard Nairobi Marathon has grown tremendously and has earned recognition from the World Athletics and the Association of International Marathons and Distance Races. It has become a launching pad for some of our internationally acclaimed athletes. We have seen our young and upcoming talent, including the biggest name in athletics in Kenya like Asbel Kipruto, Bravin Kiprop, Priska Jeptoo, Shailene Jepkorit Roitich, Ezra Kipkater Tanui, and Asbel Kipsang, among others, participate in this particular marathon. Having attracted over 250,000 participants across the previous 18 editions, with satellite runs in Mombasa, Kakamega, and Kisumu, this marathon is currently the largest single-day sporting event in Kenya. It is worth noting that this year's marathon has attracted participation from over 150 elite athletes and over 20,000 recreational runners, some running physically and even others virtually. And in fact, I also need to add and acknowledge that these runners represent a minimum of 30 nationalities. We have participants here from Uganda, from Tanzania, from Spain, from the USA, from the United Arab Emirates, from many, many parts of the world. So this truly is a global event in its character and complexion. The use of the hybrid format of physical and virtual has enhanced participation and allowed Kenya to showcase its sporting diplomacy. This marathon has also embraced diversity and inclusion, as evidenced by the over 100 differently abled persons who have participated today. This is a reflection of the marathon's theme, Run as One, which signals the intention of the organizers to leave absolutely no one behind. I'm pleased to note the cooperation between the organizers and Athletics Kenya and EDAC to ensure that the marathon adheres with the prescribed requirements for a credible race. The government is committed to promote our immense sporting talent by addressing the serious issue of doping, which has affected our sports persons. Indeed, I have made it very clear that our fight against doping is going to be a priority for this government. And we have put on notice all athletes, all agents, all coaches, that we will not condone any case of doping. We have made it clear, and I want to reiterate it here, that Kenya has built such an awesome, fine reputation as a sporting nation, but as a sporting nation that plays by the rules. So you athlete, you coach, you agent, we will not allow you to destroy this fine reputation of Kenya because of greed and misconduct of doping. And I've already announced this, that soon we are going to have a policy and legislative change to make doping substances to be classified as hard drugs, so that if you are caught with any doping substance, we will treat you in similar manner as we treat traffickers in hard drugs, so that we can know that we mean business in our fight against doping. I am pleased to note that the organizers of this event are also committed to this agenda of fighting doping. In line with the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, the government will collaborate with the private sector and other stakeholders to create opportunities and jobs for our citizens. I'm therefore delighted to note that the proceeds from the marathon will go towards the Future Makers Initiative, which is a global initiative to tackle inequality by promoting greater economic inclusion. We assure you, Standard Chartered, and your partners that we will support you as government during this journey to empower our populace to learn, to earn, and to grow by focusing on education, employability, and entrepreneurship. To all the winners and participants today, we congratulate you on this tremendous achievement, and we look forward to seeing you next year again. Let me conclude by applauding the Standard Chartered Bank for integrating the theme of climate change and caring for our environment in this marathon. The government of Kenya, as we know, is fully aware that today there is no greater urgency in the world than to take better care of our environment. And so just a week before COP27 opens in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, I'm very happy that we are going to leave here today with 15,000 tree seedlings to contribute to Kenya's agenda to increase our forest cover and to contribute to the whole goal of taking better care of our environment. His Excellency President William Ruto has set us a target of planting 10 billion trees to raise our forest cover as our contribution to greening our nation. Thank you, Standard Chartered Bank, for being part of this agenda. And I can assure you that the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Sports and the Arts is going to be right at the heart of this agenda of contributing to better care for our environment. Asanteni sana and congratulations to the winners.